So I want to hook you up with release feels to suit different shots. So I want to give you some release feels if you hit the ball too much right to left and too much left to right, and how you can vary your release depending on your ball flight and what you need to do to play better golf. So we're really trying to avoid a lot of flappiness through the ball. That's really bad for impact. We really want to feel we have a more, let's call it secure, solid, pressured impact, but we want the club face to match into what release we need. So to help demo this, I'm going to use my DIY taped on T-peg to a club. This is just going to show you where this club face is pointing. Again, when we're flapping it, you'll see it points up and left. We definitely don't want to do that. We want it to be more down, but obviously rotated to hit a square shot. When I'm talking release here, I'm also going to relate into the body positions we're in order to do that. So guys who tend to slice the ball or have it too much left to right curving, which would be the majority of golfers, as they swing through the golf ball, this club face is obviously going to be too open. This T-peg will be pointing to the right and more up, adding loft, hitting very weak shots. We definitely do not want that, whatever happens. So those guys, when we're hitting shots, we want to feel that this T-peg is going to be pointing more to the ground in exaggeration. That would be slightly closed, but that's the exaggeration we want to feel. I like golfers to feel this with the left arm, certainly not wrists. We want to feel this left arm will rotate. So again, this vein will point more up in the air. This wrist will point more to the ground. Your glove logo more to the ground, as if you're catching something in your hand, and the T-peg to the ground. So having some swings, lead hand only, where you feel you would do that. I liken it to if you were going to throw some seed on the lawn with this lead hand, or a top spin tennis ball roll on the floor. This is the action I want. And I definitely want connection between the pec and the arm as you do it. So it's going to kind of look like this. And what you should see, the butt of the club point back to where the ball was hit from with a neutral kind of release. If anything, with the guys that need to increase this release, we almost want to feel that that butt of the club points above the ball line and the wrist is more, again, towards the ground. So the elbow and wrist, not just the wrist. We don't want a flappy action. It's got to be both. So what I'd encourage is they would do some one-handed swings like that to feel that release. Then when we go and hit the golf ball, we're trying to feel that very arm release and connected release. So great contact that. Way too much draw on it for me, or hook on it for me. So it's gone left. So because I already draw the ball a little bit with my irons, it's kind of the worst thing I can do. I need the wrist to be a little bit more, what I would call in the open position, which is what we're going to talk about now for the guys that hit it too much right to left. Very important with this video, you kind of feed the release you need to get the shot shape you want. If you just do one of these, you might find you don't get the shot shape you want, unless you're definitely taking you away from a flight. So for the guys who hit it too much right to left, it'll tend to be a throwaway action, so flippy action like this. Generally better players. We want to feel with these guys is the hands work more in towards my left side of my body, and this T-peg goes more up and points to the right. I kind of call this the wiping the wall look. Again, I'll do it face on. It's definitely going to be a little bit more shaft lean, and we're definitely going to feel that the club head tries to go down that target line longer, and the hands go left earlier and more so. Scotty Scheffler for me is one of the best at this in the business at the moment. He has a perfect, what I would call, anti-left release. He has the club face quite open in the downswing, and then he keeps it open through the ball and works his hand path inwards and upwards. So he should hit little baby fades from that. So if the club face was stronger on the way down, in his case, so more like this, and he had the same release, he'd hit straighter shots. But he probably wants to hit fades, and I don't blame him for that. A lot of good players, and even poor players, love to hit consistent ball flights, repeatable ball flights, even if it is moving one way or the other. In fact, they can stand there and go, I'm going to hit this shot, is what they want. So this is ideal for me. Again, what I would encourage is a little practice swing. Kind of wipe the ball, work this way. rehinge the wrist. So we're trying to create that left wrist inflection and then extension this way. Hand path left, club face right. That one, pretty damn straight. It didn't feel probably as powerful as the one where I tried to release it more. Again, the more rotation I put into my arms, the more speed I'm going to create. So then it goes down to the value. Would I value hitting the ball straighter or even cutting it a little bit? Again, because I draw the ball naturally, me trying to do this release gives me a pretty straight ball flight. It feels like I'm manufacturing it to do it. But what I would try and do if I was taking this into my game would be practice like this for maybe 20, 30 minutes and then try and do a normal shot and see what I've got. If then the ball flight normally is more neutral, I'm happy. If I need to do more work or take more tablets, as I call it, to make it more neutral, then that's what I need to do. But certainly on the golf course, I'd be topping it up with feeling the release I need to based on my current ball flight and my desired ball flight. So make it part of your process, part of your routine to feed the release you need to get the ball flight you would like.